They picked this deck. Don't really know what's going on here, but we battle. We battle. Good God, I forgot modern queues are really fast. This sideboard seems so odd to me. It's just like, let's rock this one chalice, three of each, Leyline, and necrotic ooze. Like, I don't know when we're gonna want one of these two cards. I also find it interesting that this one's using the Pact of Negation plan, whereas most of them have Metamorphose and you can actually pay for a pact if things go poorly. This one, you just dead if it goes bad. Guess I should post on Facebook that I'm playing as well. Oh, come on, Moto. Remember where my screens go. Here we are. Here we are. Do, 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 do. What do we got here? We got Faithless Looting and nothing to put in our graveyard. We've got one red mana, but it's not a repeatable red mana. I think this is a mulligan. Hey JJ, what's up? I think this is a keep. And I think it's pretty easy to just shove one swamp on the bottom. This deck not having one Metamorphose is really odd to me. Could play this and hope to turn 2 this. I think that's probably fine. Hey George, what's up? A boop boop boop. Okay. Shivan Reef generally indicates that they are Storm. Storm would have a faster uh, kill than this. They could kill as quickly as next turn. Or we're probably 2 turns away. Well, Storm also plays counter spells, so this could just go poorly. They could be mathing to see if they're killing us now. It doesn't look like killing us. That's also odd. I don't know why they didn't play that first. I guess I can't just go for it. It's too many resources. Probably dead. May not be, though. Dead. If you're casting this, we're just pressing F6 and hoping. There's no way we get another turn now, though. Especially when they haven't played a land for their turn. How are we going to sideboard? Do we want Leyline of the Voids and Leyline of Sanctities? Do we want defense grids? Hmm. Oh, we can beat Empty Dorns. Oh, we're going to win. I think. We're never attacking with that, so I guess we just draw 7. Guess we draw 7 more. Did we draw any of the things that I want? We did not. Hmm. Are they just dead though? What's this do? Discard a land, 3 damage to any target, so that's 7. And then we just buy that back with our Goryo's Vengeance and throw 3 lands at them? Okay. Okay, now the hard part, sideboarding. I don't think I want this for sure. I don't think I want this. I don't really think I want these. I don't think I want this. I can see arguments for all 10 of these cards, but I doubt we can bring that many cards in. Think Collective Brutality is okay here. Don't think Blood Moon does anything. There's only 3 Desperate Rituals, too. I didn't really look at the list before we played. Emrakul. Doesn't feel to me like a match that we need Emrakul to win. So I think I definitely want these 2. We'll probably do without Pact. What about these 6 ley lines? They don't bring in a bounce spell, they just die to the white one. Think the black one's better though? I think I actually want the black one. I don't know what other 2 cards to sideboard out. Huh. No clue. Have to mulligan. I think we keep this, but what do we put on the bottom if we keep this? Just put Collective Brutality on the bottom? Or do we put the Simian Spirit Guide? I think the Simian Spirit Guide. Hey, look it up. What is going on? Alright, well, if the right draw this turn, we could dance like there's no tomorrow. That was not the right draw. One of the worst draws. Yeah, I heard you were playing for your 4th trophy in a row earlier. That's pretty hot. I should have left a land on top. That was a play mistake. Yeah, that was a pretty bad play. Because if I'd drawn a land this turn, the land plus the Simic Guide plus the Collective Brutality would have been enough. 5 out of 6. That's ridiculous. Alrighty. Well, if we draw a land, we can try to Goryo's twice in one turn. I put that in my something. I think I'm just gonna attack first here. They could have double lightning bolt or something. We're gonna draw some cards though. Um, Flareland. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cast by exiling a green thingy then, since I'm going to have to discard this turn. I'm not going to splice. Just see if they have another spell pierce. We have one in hand and one in the graveyard. Yeah, well, Storm doesn't want to play anymore. They must have kept some pretty bad draws. Alright, I'll add with new. With London. There you go, Ricky. Update it at your suggestion. Hey, Mark, what's up? By the way, did you guys read what they're doing at the Pro Tour? All deck lists will be public, and they're going to use the Card Hoarder Live, which I think actually breaks the entire integrity of the tournament down. They'll be carrying a sheet of paper around with their deck list on it, and the numbers. Like if they have 4 Fruit of Breaches, it'll say it. If they have 3 Simian Spirit Guides, it'll say it. And then they'll have a sideboard that just has the name of each card but doesn't tell the quantities. And they'll be trading them at the beginning of every round. Thank you very much, Moto, for moving my screen. Ooh, our opponent's playing for the pity trophy. And we're mulliganing again. I believe this hand is a keep. But the problem is I'm not 100% sure what goes to the bottom here. I'm thinking the Fruit of Breach does, since like we're pretty clearly on a Grishoalbrand plan. But if they have a discard spell, maybe I want a backup spell. So maybe we just put Bolarigmos on the bottom. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put Bolarigmos on the bottom. Whatever I put on the bottom, I'm shuffling in anyway. Maybe I just put Nourishing Shove in. No, we need a Nourishing Shove more than this. Okay. What are you guys all into? I got rid of a Ghost Quarter. Well, since we know what we're playing, I guess we're just going to dump this and this now. And hope that we get to use this now. There's a chance that we just win this turn. No, they got the Fault Not Seer. So I get maximum punished. They had to have this, and that. I suppose I could have kept it. Pretty sure I just threw this game when this game was very winnable before that. If I just held both Grizzle or Goryo's Vengeances, I think the game was over on the spot. Oh well. Sometimes you learn. Quite a way away from doing anything, too. Did another Fault Nuts here? Oh, Reality Smasher? That's unfortunate. I don't have an out now without drawing a third Goryo's Vengeance exactly this turn. Yeah, pretty sure I punted a one game. I don't think I want any of the sideboard cards here either. It's just not being familiar enough with the format. Like, I knew that was possible, but I didn't think the odds of them having the Temple after the Cavern plus the Spirit Guide plus a Fault Knots tier were very high. Hmm. Oh well. I don't know if that hand's good enough. I don't think this one is either. They had a Serum Powder. Sure. Alright, I think this is a mulligan as well. Wait, mulligan to 3? I've not mulliganed 4 times, have I? Did I really just mulligan to 4? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was confusing the way it read. I don't want any of those. Alright, I think we can pick them up. But we'll see if we can get a Fruit of Breach in time. Gemstone Cavern both games? Ugh. We need to draw a Faithless Looting stat. Attacking for 6 this turn, 9 next turn. So in theory, if they don't add anything else to the board, we get one last turn. Do we have an out? I'm not sure we have an out. This Faithless Looting into something would be an out. Hey Boot, what's up? Faithless Looting into something ridiculous. Let's do this. Nope. Alright. Well, sucks that I punted to game 1 and mulliganed to 4 on game 2. I definitely punted game 1 though. I played 2 matches so far. So far it seems too good. Seems way too good to me. I just don't want to keep hands like this. I guess if I'm going to keep this hand, I should have kept the last hand. The last hand was just this hand with more cards. Then we just scry that to the bottom. This is like the third instance in 5 games to where the card I put on the bottom, I think I drew the exact next draw step. I know it's 2, but it could be 3. Which is a fairly high number, even if it's just 2, considering I've not put very many cards on the bottom. Well, they don't have an infect creature, so we got that going for us. Yeah, we have enough mana for a breach now, which is nice. Breach or Faithless Looting are both good draws now. I'm definitely not just dead here. I have an additional 15 life in my hand. Might be dead next turn, but I get at least one draw step. Okay, I guess. I think I messed up. I think I was supposed to gain 15 life already in response to that. Think they can kill me in response? I think I'm dead anyway. Like, they deal more than 28 this turn. They deal more than 28 this turn anyway. So I guess it didn't affect anything. Guess I want to keep the Blood Moons. I'm not sure what we're going to sideboard it in versus. I guess this hand's a keep. Opponent mulligan this game. If we lost every game that we've played first and won every game that we drew, maybe I'm supposed to draw. Oh, okay. Not hardened scales. That's good. Please be good discovery. Oh wow, their hand's real bad. Which means they probably have surgical extractions or something. Well, I was going to get a black source, but now I guess I'm still just going to get a black source as I get a red source. Well, I don't want either of you. The land realistically isn't that bad, is it? Alright, whatever. I'll keep it in land. That's a hard one to beat. Well, we can Grishoalbrand next turn. There's no Manamorphose in this deck, so we can't kill next turn unless we draw something. Might be safer just to Shatterstorm then. Yeah, we could technically kill this turn. We'd have to get real lucky. I don't think we have to get very lucky to Shatterstorm, though. We have to find 2 Simian Spirit Guides in the top 21. And 1 we gotta draw quite a few cards. Whatever. We're playing this deck for a reason, right? We shall have our fun, and no one shall stop us. Found no Simian Spirit Guide, so... shall have our fun. Found 1. Okay. Fun! Alright, we found another Spirit Guide, so... 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. 4 mana. So we're 1 more mana away from one of these things. We got there. Nice. Unless my math was entirely wrong. Well, my math was wrong. Don't actually beat that. Well, I'm really bad. I'm gonna lose this game too. Yep, I'm gonna lose this game too because I'm bad. Alright, plan B. Because I'm attacking for 22, but they're blocking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I should have splashed one of those on. I lost mana and everything because I just played poorly. And on a positive note, there's only 4 cards left in my library, and Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll be able to faithless looting to whatever we want. Never mind. Okay. We just found what we want. Nice! But I definitely about messed up there. I probably should have just cast Shatterstorm and attacked and not risked it. Cause what if our friend here was on our bottom 4 cards? Then there's only one desperate ritual left. So if we cast Faithless Looting, we would have had to find it and this in the Faithless Looting. Definitely about messed up. La 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 la. I'm bad. This stops modular, right? Is there any chance I ever want to bring this card in just to stop modular? How does Arcbound Ravager read? Cool. I don't have an Arcbound Ravager deck. I have to top. I don't want to top. Yeah. So in theory, these stop Ravager shenanigans? Might just be better than Anger of the Gods. This might be more cute than good. Blood Moon stops me from dying from Inkmoth Nexus, which is something that I consider a real possibility. This stops them from going semi-wide, but it's a little slow. I don't know if Breaching Emrakul always works. I was thinking they might have enough permanents to survive and attack back. Which is why I took the Emrakul out. If they had fetch lands and stuff and one Emrakul crack would kill them, then sure, but I'm not necessarily sure one Emrakul crack always kills them in this match. I have a Blood Moon. I think you saw my hand before I did. Oh, never mind. You're talking about hypotheticals. I don't think I keep this. Oof. I don't think I keep that either. Okay, I think we can keep this one. I have to put 2 lands or 2 cards back. It's definitely going to be 1 land. Maybe it's the Gorios. It's probably the Gorios. On a positive note, We saved us a Shatter Storm for this type of shenanigan. Is there cards in my hand I don't want? Not really. I'll just keep them all. Let's see if we can get this Shatter Storm off. We just have to draw a land for it. If they do something crazy, I may Faithless Looting next turn just to try to find a land. If they don't need to do anything crazy, I probably won't care. Oh wow, that's so brutal. Well, I guess I have to use this now. Oh, we didn't hit our land either. Savage. Well, I would have guessed this game was over at the start. Alright, let's find us a land. Bingo bango. Well, we get to kill a lot of stuff next turn at least. Hopefully they don't draw a land or a creature land this turn. They'll still have 2 lands, like they won't be in a bad spot, but kinda wish I kept the Fruit of Breach. Oh cool, they sacrificed one of their lands. Ah boo, they found one. Nice. Yay us. We get to kill something else. What a quality time to be alive. Their card's better than our hand. We cast a Shatter Storm. What? You have 2 of those? BS. I need to draw a land. Oh, they have a Dampening Spear too? What a dagger. I was so close to hardcasting this. And an Inkmoth Nexus. This game is going very poorly now. We were, maybe I shouldn't have played the land last turn. Maybe I should have been looking to discard the hand size. Yeah. I don't think I can win anymore. I think I'm dead a turn before I get to do anything. I mean, like, we could draw Faithless Looting or something, maybe. Maybe that does something? I thought we were going to win this game, but I'm just dead this turn, right? 3... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm dead this turn if they just go all in. They may not want to go all in, though. But they can go all in on the Inkmoth Nexus. No, they can't. Well, I get a turn I don't deserve, so that's cool. They could have been afraid of us being able to nourishing show something and survive. Unfortunately, yes, we hit the Fruit of Breach, but the Fruit of Breach doesn't beat the Dampening Spear. I still have to play it and hope something goes well for me. Still just dead. They kill me in response. Man, that sucks. I thought we were going to win, then they cast that second Dampening Spear. They ended up not doing anything, by the way. We never had anything, but... yeah, we're definitely just going for it. I won't make them waste their time. I think I could have won that game, too, if I hadn't discarded the Fruit of Breach early. I think 2 of the matches I've lost were probably player error. Hmm. My email seems messed up. Would be a bastard email. A minute and a half for a modern queue? That's abnormal. Huh. I wonder if it just bugged up or something. Yeah, I think it just bugged up. It looks like I'm not connected. My internet might be struggling. Huh. It seems like web pages are working. I'm going to close that. And see if we can get back in queue and if it'll work. Should hopefully be fixed. Uh-uh. Are things working? Yeah, things are working. I'm still connected. And we'll give it another 2 minutes. If it don't work, then I'll restart. Okay, it worked. Nice. Scoot this back over here. Well, this hand's a keep. Options. I should have read all of that card. Completely ignore me when I say options. Wah wah. It's okay, we'll just draw another. Both of you can go to the graveyard. Ooh. Yeah, well, we still have toys. No, you're gonna make me discard a Simian Spirit Guide or a Blood Moon. Why do I want to play a moon? Is their opponent playing? Is this Mardu Pyromancer? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. So we need to draw a Goryo's or a Fatty from here. JK. We need to draw a Goryo's. Oh god, I had a Faithless Looting in my graveyard! I didn't have the mana to use it last turn, did I? Yeah, I did. I could have played this. Well, I'm just bad at Magic. Well, I don't want either of those, really. See? They had a swamp anyway. Alright, well, it looks like we're trying to draw Goryo's. There's 3 of them in the deck. We certainly don't have long to find them, though. Maybe I should attack first. If I get this in play, I'm going to win either way. Alright, well. We definitely want to exile this. And we want to tap this. Okay. And then we want to splice this. Press OK. I should have 3 mana at the end of that. Nice. Okay. I do in fact have 3 mana at the end of that. I didn't pun anything. I just want to cast you. Figuring out how to splice things wasn't easy. Okay. So, what do we want versus Mardu Pyro Stuffs? This has to be good here. Just don't think I want anything else. Maybe these? Definitely can sideboard these out, and this out. Yeah, I know how the effect works, like, because I played obviously when it was standard legal or top, I think it might have been even top 2 then, like, but I didn't know how to click the buttons correctly on Magic Online. Yeah, adding copies of spells I'm sure make it more confusing, especially if you've never played with them before. But oh, for anybody in chat that doesn't know what we're talking about, you do get the full text. So like when you say I splice a Fruit of Breach onto this, it basically just adds the Fruit of Breach to this spell's text. So when you're copying this spell, you get all of it. It's not 2 cards going off, it's just 1 big card. I think I still have to mulligan this. Kind of want to mulligan this too. We're gonna pick our hand apart with discard spells, so like I don't know if any of these cards or hands are good enough. Whatever, I'm gonna keep it. What don't I want? I guess I don't want a Nourishing Show. They have so many discard spells, I think everything we get's pretty much gone, so I was just looking for Faithless Lootings and Leylines. You'll put most non-lands in the graveyard here. Don't take our anger, please. We like our anger. Goodbye, anger. Actually, it could just be Goryo's now, depending upon their hand. Don't make me Goryo's Vengeance, my Simian Spirit Guide, and get you for 2. I ain't above it. Goodbye, Goryo's, you'll be missed. No additional discard spell, please. Let us cast our anger of the gods and let us be merry. Yay! Yay, yes. Did I just put that in my graveyard? When I was scrying as well? Not risk it again? Oh god, a Johnny. That one's not heavily played anymore, is it? I just don't think we want that. We have no way to get anything good in our graveyard. What can you get with the ultimate? Since they're about to get the ultimate. I only have one card in hand. I wonder if I was supposed to just play Simian Spirit Guide last turn so we could start attacking. That feels like it has to be way too greedy, though. Yeah, it's too late for that now, so we don't have to worry about that now. I really just don't know what the Nahiri can get. No, don't take my Simian Spirit Guide. We like that. Alright, well, if we've got a Fruit of Breach, we have a relevant play at least. It's just a ley line. Not too concerned about that. Alright, Fruit of Breach. You can do it. No, don't draw False Seas. Come on, Holmes, that's the third one, and you've done 3 Inquisitions? Six discard spells gonna give it to you. I don't know what I can draw now. The best faithless looting ever? Hey Tandy, what's up? It seems too powerful. Seems like it's a mistake. Like, I'm playing a pretty janky deck, and it even seems pretty good. The 7th discard spell. Alright, we done. We have no out now. And let's proceed to go on to the next game. 7 discard spells is a lot. Especially when we already mulliganed. I don't remember if we mulliganed twice or once that game. I think we just mulliganed once. Yeah, I'm too lazy to look. I'm pretty sure we only mulliganed once. And then kept a sketcher. I don't know what I would sideboard out for him, though. It basically took cards out at random. Now we get to take a moment to think. The reason I didn't want to bring the white ley lines in is because having a white ley line in your opening hand when there's only 3 of them isn't a particularly high percentage. And then drawing them at any other point's kind of like bad. And like, I'm not going to just mulligan to a ley line. I figured these were just in the sideboard for matches that you're going to mulligan to find this card. I don't think you mulligan to find that card here. But like, your odds of getting it in your opening 7 are only 30%. And we don't have Metamorphosis, so we can't cast on past turn 1. It just seems like you only want to bring it in versus matches to where you're willing to mulligan to like 4 to try to find it. I just don't think I'm willing to mulligan like that to try to find it. Is this a good enough hand? Feels like this has to be a good enough hand to keep. So it's not that the effect isn't good, it's the odds of finding it didn't feel good enough to warrant it. They're down to 5 now. Like, the effect's clearly good. And they start with a ley line. They're better than us. We have 6 ley lines. Like maybe a match like Burn. a match that you can't win without it. Like, this game's going to go really long. I feel like you can beat discard spells in this match. And I think you can easily beat 2 or 3. Our opponent actually hit, 7 last game. And we had an out up until the 7th. Oh, I'm not a modern expert. I can entirely be wrong, Mogboff. I'm just explaining my thought process. I know nothing about modern. This is the first time I've ever played this deck. I can 100% be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what I was thinking. We're definitely going to draw some cards here. I guess we're going to see what our opponent's doing first. I assume at some point it's getting terminated. Didn't really get anything that good. So we have 1 Fruit of Breach, which we can spin again next turn. I think we can afford to at least draw 3 more, or sorry, 7 more, and like stay at 10. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Well, not good enough, but you know what I mean. I think that's where we're going to stop. I don't want to just die if they untap and cast 1 Lightning Bolt. Alright, so we don't need any of these ley lines. Those are the easiest things to discard. We don't need the majority. We can't get this off the board, so our graveyard effects don't matter either. And then we'll go to some lands. That one comes into play tapped. That one comes into play tapped. We gotta discard at least 3 more cards. What's the last card? Got everything we need in our hand. Maybe it's just a land. Land feels worse than this, though. Alright, well, let's see what they have. Right, well, I don't care about that, at least. So we've only gone through 1 Spirit Guide so far, right? And then the one we discarded. So 2 Spirit Guides. Alright. It's better just to cast this here than anything, right? How do they beat this? You gonna beat 3/5/5s on the following turn? So they go to 2 and they have to beat 3/5/5 tramplers. That feels like just the best thing to me. This is like it's easier for them to beat anything else I do. What? Apparently I didn't know how this worked. If it would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. I punted this game too. Is this the third game I just punted? Oh, I'm so bad at Magic. Oh, I'm so bad at Magic. Somebody on YouTube's going to give me hell for that. Can we fade? Basically a fault seize. Spell Pierce would suck too, I guess. Or not Spell Pierce, but so fault seize and like terminate and path to exile are the cards we're trying to fade. Also trying to fade double lightning bolt, I guess? Or like lightning helix lightning bolt. Alright, cool, we still win. Play mistakes don't matter. Oh no, they can still have a land. Oh, this doesn't have trample, does it? I thought this had trample! I still lose! I thought Grishoalbrand had trample. Grishoalbrand does not have trample. If I just keep worlds, if I keep the worm, last turn I win. Oh my god, I'm so bad at Magic. What lucky 7 cards can we even get? Let's look at this. 1 ritual's gone, 2 rituals gone. All 3 rituals are gone, so there's literally not 7 lucky cards we can get. One spirit guide's gone, 2 spirit guides gone, so we could get 2 spirit guides. Ah, I just butchered this game all to hell. Yep. I don't know how much of a surprise it was when I just had 5 mana in my mana pool. They drew a Falsies, we have no out at all. That's fair. They are at 2 life. Maybe they just get Bedlam Rebler bigger than a 7. Still gaining 7 life and drawing 7 cards is enough, I think. Of course, we wouldn't gain 7 life that way. Oh, Ricky, it's going god-awful. A, I don't think the deck's great, and B, I've definitely thrown at least 3 games with pure play mistakes and not knowing how cards work. At least. At least. Maybe more, but at least. I don't know how much heaven you're in. This is very likely the last game, since I think we're going to lose here. They have 3 cards. They have to have something. That's not anything. Can you Fruit a Breach at end of turn? At the beginning of the next end step. So the end step is already started, so we can definitely Fruit a Breach now, right? Right on time, Leyline. Well, can't do anything but attack. So we're going to get to draw 7 cards no matter what. If we draw a Fruit or Breach and... Oh no, we sideboarded this out. I don't have an out. I still don't have an out. I literally still don't have an out. We don't have another one of these in the deck. I don't know why I'm still playing. I have no outs. Well, I have to draw the cards. Brutality sideboarded out as well. I could hardcast this. Is that an out? Hmm. I sideboarded out a Fruit of Breach too, so I don't think there's a Fruit of Breach left in my deck. There's not. I keep looking at trying to figure out how to win here, and I see ways to stay alive, but I don't see ways to actually win the game. Well, I have 11 cards left in my library. And they have at least 3 Faithless Lootings that we already see. So they have a lot of ways to win. Do we have another Anger to Gods in our deck? Maybe that'll do it. Oh, they drew a Terminate or Dreadbore anyway. Alright, we're dead anyway. Did I have another Anger in my deck? Yes, we had another Anger in our deck. We had an out. So if this stayed around, we could have tried to anger the blockers. But the show doesn't keep me alive. Again, I have no haste threat, so... I'm sure I still die. Like, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage we see. Hey, we would have got to the anger. Fortunately, it's not enough. Anyway, I punted this game. I'm confident that if I play this game properly, we win. "17 was dead. I was exactly 17 life. Oh. I don't like how I sideboarded either. Ginger's playing a lot of Modern. Well, I want to play the last match just because I feel like I played this league horrendously and my food's not here anyway, so might as well play till my food gets here. Yeah, I feel like I just played like trash this whole league. This deck's too complicated for me. Apparently I can't play combo decks because I had similarly bad problems when I played Sneak and Show, which I know might not be a tier 1 deck, but like it's a fine deck, and I think I went 0-8 in games with it. Apparently I just can't play combo decks. This is an easy keep. Mm. No, no, Boot. I had no outs. I would have had outs if I hadn't brought in the white ley lines, but I just played bad. No, I just played. I played like trash. Well, on the positive note, I'm glad that I kept the Grishoalbrand in my hand, since apparently we need to find a Fruit of Breach. Well, we found a Fruit of Breach. Sure, you can shuffle back in. Hopefully, they don't have counter spells. Guess I don't want you now. Neat. They played something we don't care about. What a day to be alive. I guess I could have. It doesn't really lessen the whiffs though, does it? Because we scried to the bottom at the end of last turn and we don't want to draw that card back, so it's the same percentage of drawing an irrelevant card. Except I find a land slightly better than that card. Definitely drawing 7 before. Ricky's excited about something and I don't quite understand what he's excited about. Because I don't see a way to get anything else in play. Yeah, I still think I'm a favorite, but I don't see any way to get anything else in play. Yak and looting? I'm missing something. I don't quite understand what people are saying. I guess I want to draw 7 more. My hand looks bad to me. If I draw another 7 and miss, I just lose. Right now, I still have a Fruit of Breach to try to win the following turn. I think I just let it go away now. Don't want to risk losing. So we're going to discard most of the lands. The Blood Moon. I can get rid of one of you. and get rid of 2 of you. So I want to keep the shows. I want to keep the Fruit of Breach. I want to keep the Simeon. I guess Faithless Looting. Collective Brutality. Um, hmm. Guess the Grishoalbrand and the Goryo's Vengeance are the least 2 useful cards. The Emrakul might not win next turn. Like, if they Coco in 2 Lords, attack for a bunch, and then they have 5 things to sack, they still have to block. And the Emrakul probably can't lose. Oh, it's Annihilator 6? I've definitely cheated people in real life, I think. No, it's Falia, so I can't. I'm just dead. I lose. They have Falia. No, wait. No, I don't lose. Yeah, I do. Well, I just lose. I'll be damned. Okay. So they're gonna sack these 6, and then they're gonna block. So they gain as much life as possible. Yeah, I'm splicing this here. They're not dead. They end up with 1 thing at the end of turn. Yeah, I read that, Murph. I thought it was silly and it aggravated me. So we're 1 land away from being able to Fruit of Breach. I mean, they're on a fairly fast clock. We could not find a land in that amount of time. Or they could just have another land in a Thalia and then we lose. We could draw any green spell as well for the Nourishing Show. Yeah, looks like we have 1 turn left. Well, we don't win because they have a blocker now. But we're still playing. Why did I do that? I should have brought that in as a blocker. That was just a misplay by me. Also, don't have a choice but to draw because I did that. And we're dead. This should have been a blocker, though. No, I'm misplayed there. This should have been a blocker. But we lost. Told you so. I told you there was a very good chance they could beat Emrakul. I just don't want these in this match. I think I want this card at all. Yeah, I definitely misplayed. But just because I didn't misplay doesn't mean we were going to win. What if they had a Path to Exile in their hand? Or what if they had a Spell Queller? You can't say that. That's unknown info. You can't say that my misplay cost us the game. I think Dredge gets considerably worse with these rules. Well, the Goryo's Vengeance on the following turn. Unless we're talking about different misplays. Yeah, but if I don't block, or if I block, I'm blocking the but if I block the Remorseful Cleric, I don't gain any life, so I can't draw that 7. So I have to block the other creature, so even if I draw 7, I'm in the exact same spot I am, but one card deeper. Well, not in the exact same spot I am, because I can force them to sacrifice the Cleric. But long story short, we don't know that that costs the game. Like, I'm still not in a good spot. I'm at, like, 2 life. I'm at 2 life and they have a Moreland Haunt in play and I have to find something stat. With no starting with no graveyard. Anyway, I think I want these defense grids. I don't know what to sideboard out. So I'm just going to sideboard those out at random. Yeah, I'm not saying we would have lost. I'm just saying we don't know that we would have won. This hand doesn't seem good enough. It's everything I need except a Faithless Looting? But the problem is, even if Faithless Looting is our first draw step, it's a minimum of turn 3 before we're doing it. And if they have a Graveyard Hate spell, the Goryo's is just never going off. I don't think this is a keep. I'm pretty sure this is a mulligan. Alright, I think this hand sucks, but I think this hand's a keep. I think this hand's like actual trash. Should have also played the Bloodstained Mire. Mainly kept this hand because of the Collective Brutality being able to kill a Thalia. Or cleric or whatever. Because I feel like I'm going to need one collective brutality to win every game. Forgot to play my land first. Sucks. We already had a way to put a card in the graveyard, so we're only one card off here. And they have a remorseful cleric. That sucks for us. Alright, well, plan B, we're looking for Fruit of Breach. Or a way to kill the remorseful cleric. So I'll play this. I could force them to sack this. I could also wait till I draw second Goryo's Vengeance. Of course, I guess we already know they have this, so. So that's never going to work. But there's a chance they don't play that for a different spell, so. I think there's a lot of chance. They about didn't play it. Hey, didn't we just scratch two of those on the bottom? Think I'll leave that on top. I think it's worth casting Goryo's now. Because I don't want to let it get spell quellered. Also messed this up. I should have played it off the Nourishing Show. Probably. But I'm kind of wanting to save the World Spine Worm. In case we find a Fruit of Breach. Was the main reason I didn't want to get rid of the show. Oh, they just have another? Alright, well. It's a good thing we didn't take that line then. Pretty sure we lose this game. Can't flash it back. There's an Eidolon. They have a kind of a fast clock. They have 6 damage per turn. The next turn will be 7. Well, I guess next turn won't be 7 at least. Unless they have a counter spell. We get to force them to use this. Just think Tron's a bad deck. I think if Tron even does start with Tron on turn 3, most games, like, it's not favored in this format. So they're either going to have a counter spell, or they're going to sack this. Or they're going to, like, have to exile. Or bounce or tap. Or they have something. They have 4 damn cards. I don't know. I don't think this really changes very... I don't think the London Mulligan rule really changes a significant amount. I think it helps decks like... I don't think it helps combo decks as much as it helps other decks. Alright, we're dead. I think it helps decks like Dredge, or decks that are looking for a ley line, or things like that, more than it just helps combo decks. All the combo decks are extremely consistent anyway if people don't interact with them. So, like, getting your combo more often doesn't seem like it typically matters. We were talking about a different format, wasn't we? I thought we were talking about Murph plays Dredge in Vintage, so I just assumed Murph was talking about Vintage. I know we've talked about Modern and a bunch of things in this format, but like, I thought he was talking about Vintage because he plays Vintage. Sorry, that was just me trying to respond to somebody I know. I don't think like Dredge gets particularly better in that format. I think like Shops getting a workshop on turn 1's a lot more significant than Dredge getting a Bazaar on turn 1, because people are able to get their ley lines and stuff, or their surgical extractions, or their ravenous traps, or whatever more often. Don't get me wrong, like Dredge is pretty good versus Shops anyway, but you know what I'm saying. I think it's easier to get your hate cards this way. Like, I think the biggest thing the London Mulligan rule does in Modern, this is Modern, we're not talking about Legacy, I'm not talking about Vintage. In Modern, I think it makes the games more interactive. Like, you get to, if you know what you're playing versus, for example, get to Mulligan poorer draws away for better draws. But like, I think all of these combo decks generally always do their thing. They generally always win turn 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. It's just, can they win through whatever their opponent's interaction is, and did their opponent draw their interaction? Like, how many games did we have a turn 2 Goryo's Vengeance to just today, if our opponent didn't have a hate card? I'm not saying I played perfectly. Obviously, I could have thrown a dozen matches or whatever, but, like, I didn't feel like the London Mulligan rule made this deck more consistent. I think it just helped me have more non-games. Or, sorry, helped us have less non-games. But I think decks like Tron, Eldrazi decks, Leyline decks, Infect decks, decks that are looking for a couple of specific pieces, and they have to have them early, and they don't have ways to like faithless looting for their draws or serum vision and through their draws. Like this rule's not going, or this rule's not going to make Phoenix a better deck. For example, Phoenix already always got whatever it wanted as long as it drew a mix of lands and spells. But a deck like Boggles, for example, if you don't draw an early Boggle, you just lose. And like the deck doesn't mulligan particularly well, so I think like this is being able to find your ley line early, or being able to guarantee you find a playable hand early for Boggles is something you want because it doesn't have the Faithless Lootings, the Sleight of Hands, the Serum Visions, blah blah blah. Or similarly speaking, it might let you keep or play decks with a greedier mana base. Like maybe you can cut a mana from burn or something because of the mulligan rule. Or what was the other deck I just mentioned? Oh god, I just mentioned something. Or Infect. Like Infect's another deck that's got to have a combination of early Infect guys and protection spells, but like it doesn't really have any card draw or card tutoring. I think decks like that are what gets the best, and I think if there was a good Delver deck, like aggro control decks, like being able to find the right control elements or the right ways to protect them, I think those are the decks that get better. But that's just me spitballing, and I don't know. Like obviously the London Mulligan rule is going to help every combo deck. I'm not saying that it's not helping combo decks. I'm saying that I think it helps the other decks more. So Tron's a deck that gets better, but does it get better enough to beat the other stuff? I don't know. How'd you do with them, Lars? Like a lot of the decks I play, or a lot of the decks that I respect, like Grixis Death Shadow or Storm or uh, even Phoenix, I almost feel like you could just let Tron have Tron every opening hand and still like be at least even versus them. Because ceremonious rejection and stuff are so strong, but that's probably not right. I've not played Tron in forever, and this format just feels too strong for Tron. My last Modern trophy was actually with Tron, but I don't know. I think this deck's not bad. I just think I played horribly the entire event. My dinner's an hour and 40 minutes late. I'm sad. I don't know what to do. Oh, I forgot to thank Echo for the resub. Thank you, Tandy. I guess I'll go to his stream and tell him thank you. I didn't sideboard this Chalice in once either. Do I sideboard it in versus anything that's not like a cantrip deck? Oh, did I? I remember answering what you asked about London. I did not remember saying thank you. I wondered that myself, Ricky. I just went to, I don't know if this is even a good list. You might want to find a better list. I just went to Goldfish and grabbed, well, like I went to Goldfish and I went down here to Grishoalbrand, and then I went and looked for the dude who looked like, or well, I guess it could be a dudette, I don't know. That looked like they'd 5-0'd a bunch with it, and like this Wingtazar guy or person seemed like they had, and this Rinko person seemed like they had. So I just took one of their lists. But I don't know if it's a good list or not. What list are you linking me? So like I don't know what the Necrotic Ooze is for. This list has a Metamorphose. I missed Metamorphose. Like, not having Metamorphose was one of the things I complained about. But this list is down to 2 Desperate Rituals as well. Which seems odd to me. Anyway, my food just arrived, which is good since I was running out of things to ramble about. So I'm going to hop off here, and I'll message you, Ricky. Well, I guess you message me. But anyway, take care, everybody, and thanks for stopping by.